Hey Virgo, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. We take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements. We are starting off with the Oracle decks of Moonology and Work Your Light, and then moving on to my brand new deck by M.J. Cullinane, who you will recognize from the Urban Crow and the Crow Tarot. And we'll do a more traditional tarot spread with that. Okay, Starseed, what lights you up? What do you want? The universe is asking you, what do you want? What do you want? What's your big dream? What's your goal? I mean, maybe not the big dream, but what do you want today? What do you want in the next month? What do you want for your life? Oh, I just went straight to big again, huh? Like those kinds of, what do you want with your life? It's a bit big and scary. So we can go smaller here. Although this is pretty big. This is pretty big. She's looking out at, planets, the universe. What do you want? The universe is asking you what you want. What lights you up? What brings you joy? What brings you to life? What makes you think, oh yeah, this life is worth it. This is all this trouble, all this pain and agony. It's all worth it. So what brings you to life? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? It's a question being posed to you. It's a beautiful question. And if your answer is, I don't know, or whatever you want to do, it's kind of need to dig a little deeper, get a different perspective, because those aren't real answers. So what do you want to do? What lights you up? What brings you joy? And then we have get grounded. Oh, wait, I wanted to do this one. Have faith in your dreams. So what do you want to do? What are you dreaming of? What are your big dreams? And have faith in them. It helps you to move differently. If you really believe that whatever your answer to this question, what brings you joy? What brings you to life? What do you want? What lights you up? What lights you up? And then have faith that that's possible. Have faith that that can happen. It's our own, lack of faith is the only guarantee when we when we say no, that can never happen. That's really the only guarantee that it can't happen, is when, not guarantee, it could still happen despite you having not ever, practiced your singing. You could still end up can you? I don't know. But you're the only one that can definitely shut a door on something. You keep practicing your singing, well, there's always a maybe there. There's always a this could happen. So having faith in your dreams enough to continue working towards them, enough to continue moving towards them, believing that they can happen, that something can happen. Last time, didn't you guys have you could see it happening. You could see your ship coming in, and somehow you're still not quite into it, not quite understanding it or seeing it. So having faith in your dreams, believing that what lights you up could actually come true, could be real, could really happen. So having faith and believing in that, and believing that your dreams are yours for a reason, and what you're hoping for is for a reason. So we have waxing crescent moon. So we're it's just like faith as this foundation, as this first beginning part of a journey, and really believing that what lights you up can be yours, can be something you can do. That's a foundational aspect to the whole thing. And then we have get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature, spending time alone, doing some earthing, right? If you don't know what lights you up, definitely be spending some meditation time. So yeah, rooting in meditation and this growth and this sense of being connected, I want to say, to the energy grid in the earth, being connected to others, to the larger picture, and connecting through sort of your feet, through grounding and earthing, and really connecting with yourself. I want to say higher self, but what I mean is your lower self, your deeper, connected, rooted, earthly self, like the reality of being in a body, the reality of being here, the reality of your physical incarnation. There's something very physical about the meditation that you're being asked to do, as far as really being in your body. right? We have this like sense of spirituality of being like in our heads and out here, but the physicality of being incarnated is the spirit wanted that. That's there's something about being alive and being in a body that you really wanted when you came here. So getting grounded and like meditation, coming into your body, coming into your limited lifespan here, really sensing, right? Our bodies allow all of this to happen, allow us to be alive at all, allow us to have this sort of spiritual, this spiritual physical connection and experience. So there's something that I'm getting in particular about this get grounded, which is very much about connecting with your body, connecting dot for dot, like your spirituality with your body, like you have two pieces and they need to come together like this. Like here's your spirituality, here's your body, and there's like a sense of connecting at each chakra, at each point that needs to happen in this meditation. Is there something about being in your body that there's something there that lights you up? All right, Virgo. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Virgo, this is so cute. Leo just got this, and also I think you guys got this one last time too. There's a couple here. Huh. Okay, in your recent past, you have Ace of Wands. The beginning, an intuitive hit, an intuitive idea. This is the intention entering the world. An idea entering the world, maybe a creative idea, the beginning of a journey. This could be with, talking about energy grids and whatever, the wands really tap into that. The wands are very intuitive, tapping into, right? The wands, we think magic wands and energetic wands and energetic tapping into. I almost see like, like acupuncture, like little acupuncture wands tapping into these meridians in our bodies and hitting certain spots in just the right way. So you've sort of begun some sort of acupuncture. Like this is the first needle and this is the first place we first start. We've tapped into some sort of meridian, some sort of energy, some sort of wormhole into some other dimension. We've tapped into something. It's very intuitive, very creative, and it was sort of the first experience of this particular energy signature, this particular it's like an inspiration came from another dimension. I'm just reading the card as best I can. It's an inspiration coming in from another dimension. And we have the spider web here, which I really love. The spider web to me is always about like creating our art, creating what we do, just being ourselves, right? The spider isn't sitting here as an architect, mapping it out, thinking about it, how best to catch a fly. The spider is just doing its thing. It's got this inspiration. Where it comes from, it doesn't, it's just, I build web. This is what I do. It's beautiful. The webs are just so beautiful, so intricate. And it's just a sense of instinct, in, its body, speaking of body and instinct moving through the body. It's this sense of, the spider is physically creating something, and it's this inspiration to create something. It's this new idea. Not necessarily conscious, but very intuitive. So you've intuited some sort of new idea, some sort of inspiring journey. There's been in your past, it was sort of a spark of inspiration. In your current situation, you have 3 of Cups, hanging out with friends, I love this. This is what's going on. Hanging out with people, connecting with people, sharing joys and concerns. And I love these raccoons. I love that this is raccoons, little bandits, little rascals getting into trouble, dumping things over. They always seem to be having such a good time. And you know, and they have with their little hands, they're just a little bit like little rascally humans getting into stuff. This is like running around with your friends having a good time. So that's the current situation. Running around with friends having a good time. In your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, what's going on inside. 10 of Swords. This is nice. This is the end of the night. The end of a difficult journey. The end of pain. Oh, good Lord. This birdie's lost her babies. Very painful loss of what could have been, what might have been. There's a crying out of pain. But what I also see, wow, she went real dark with this one. It is called Guardian of the Night, though. Holy moly. We've got like a dead baby bird here. The loss of, maybe you had some sort of inspiration, got distracted hanging out with friends or something, or you're worried. This is internally. You're worried about loss. You're worried about maximum pain, and how would you endure that? I mean, 10 of Swords talks about, right, the darkest part before the dawn, but that's how we know the dawn is coming, is because of the intense darkness. So there's some sort of fear of loss, fear of losing what might have been, fear of potential, fear of, you know, she's like incubated this and taking care of it. And what if it never happens? What if it never gets to fly? What if it never fledges? What if this never happens? And this is in your inner landscape. This is your fears, is that something is going to not come to fruition, that there will be loss where there could have been so much life, so much hope. There's a fear of loss of a dream, right? We have faith in your dreams. There's a fear that this dream isn't going to come true. A fear of pain. I mean, yeah, right? Have pain a few times, you're definitely gonna not, I mean, most of us, I guess, don't really want to go back to pain and loss. You could be remembering a loss. But this is going on in your head, this painful, it's like you're replaying a painful event in your mind, in your head. The loss of potential, the loss of something longed for, worked for, but it never happens. And what would that feel like? What would it feel like if this never happens? Exploring that idea. But this is saying have faith in it, but you're definitely like looking at the possibility for sort of maximum loss and pain. I don't think that that's a bad thing to sort of explore, and it's a terrible thing to be trapped in and to not be able to not think about it. But, you know, sometimes we do need to, like, what if this doesn't happen? What if this never comes to fruition? What would my darkest moment look like? And I don't think you should stay there, but this is saying you're asking about that. You're talking about that. You're considering what it would look like if something didn't happen, if something died, if the dream died, how would you deal with maximum pain and loss, with this pain and this loss? How would you deal with that? In your, what's at issue here is King of Wands reverse. Somebody, have you had this one before? Somebody here is not in their intuition. There's maybe a lack of leadership in a creative endeavor. There could be a lack of self-control, a lack of faith, right? Because it's wands, it is that energy, that intuition, not trusting, a leader here who doesn't trust their intuition. Who is someone it could be someone, yeah, it's someone in a leadership position who's either not leading from an intuitive place, doesn't trust their intuition, is doubting, full of doubt. A leader full of doubt in the endeavor is kind of dangerous. Our leaders need to be sort of leading in faith, right? Not religious faith, but belief in what they have to believe in what they're doing. This is like a leader that does not believe that what they're doing is ever going to turn out, that somebody here is leading from a lack of faith, which would be leading from fear. Very afraid. And maybe not even leading. Maybe someone that has the potential to lead, should be leading, could be leading, is not leading because they've lost faith in themselves. They've lost faith in the process. They're full of fear. They're full of fear, so that they're not leading. They're not able to take leadership or take action because the fear has overwhelmed the faith. This is also someone maybe very disconnected from their intuition. It's a person. Could be you, could be somebody else. This leader doesn't even believe in their own project anymore. Right? And we have faith in your dreams, and this reverse King of Wands is quite a lack of faith here. Fearing that this dream isn't going to come true, fearing the worst, basically. I think it could be you, especially with this Ten of Swords here, fearing the worst, fearing loss, fearing grief, and then not taking leadership or not taking action. Right, the King of Wands in the upright is glorious, is like moving from, it's they can accomplish what seems to be impossible, these impossible feats, because they're so in touch with their intuition, they're so in touch with the greater force of things. They have so much faith in the project that it's like they can resurrect what seems dead. They can walk over coals. They can do what seems to be impossible to do because of their great faith in the project and what they're doing, and their intuition and their faith, and they lead from that place. This is someone, I feel like, who could be leading from that place, but instead is cowering in fear. And we have this, the fear of maximum pain, the fear of a lot of pain. So it's someone who could be leading, and if they are leading, they're leading out of fear, not intuition, not hope, not faith. In your environment, we have Four of Swords. There's been a break time. What's interesting is that we also end up with the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man is so cute, you should see. Four of Swords, nap time. For the purpose of resurrection, this is nap time for the purpose of resurrection. We're taking a break from something, not communicating. It's winter time, it's downtime. This little hedgehog is down in its hovel. See, there's snow up here. It's just rest time, nap time. The situation's taking a bit of a nap here. Maybe while we figure out how to get in more faith here. But there's a break here. Rest period. Fall has already happened. Winter is here. Well, we all know, and we've got this Ten of Swords here. Ten of Swords is the darkness before the dawn, the darkest of the night before the dawn. So the darkest means the dawn, right? Those are the cycles. The cycles come, things come. The tide comes in again. The sun always rises. There's cycles. And this is part of the cycle. This is a nap time cycle. And maybe has taken place in what could have been what you thought was the middle of the day. That's what I get from this. Even though it's saying it's part of a cycle and it's winter and it's night, I'm seeing like you thought it was day and now here you are napping. You thought bright day, but now we've retreated into a little bit of winter in the middle of our summer. Christmas in July. And then we have your to-do list, Eight of Pentacles. Focusing on work. Just do the work. Just Yeah, if you have a bigger dream, just do the work, right? Like we were talking about earlier, like if you want to be a musician, do the work on your music, you know, even just half an hour a day, work on it. Do the work, stay in practice, stay working on something. Even if you've lost faith in this dream, even if you're worried about something, just continue to do the work. Go one step in front of the other, maybe even work on meditation, right? Because this to me had quite a physical feel to it. And then this Eight of Pentacles would be physical work. But with this get grounded, I almost feel like maybe part of your work is meditation, part of your work is spiritual. And this is sort of day in, day out, right? We've got a little wasp here, but we've got this like, you know, I don't know, widgets and routine and something like that, like sticking with some sort of work routine and keep going with it, making sure you're investing in your dream, making sure that even if you lack faith right now, you're still just investing in it. This is like, usually with the Eight of Pentacles, I see a very inspired but repetitious thing. This I'm seeing, maybe you're full of fear, you're lacking the inspiration, but you still need to keep doing it step by step, keep going, keep on the path. I want to say trust the process, which is kind of a weird phrase that I've had a lot of problems with and I don't necessarily like, but trust that if you keep doing the work and you keep showing up, the work will get done and you'll eventually get somewhere. But it's not going to be anytime soon because you're going to keep doing the work. And where we're headed here is Hanged Man. It's a possum. Isn't that cute? It's playing dead, which is like exactly the Hanged Man energy. The situation may play dead. You may play dead. You're still hanging out here. We got nap time. We're heading into full hibernation. I mean, both of these are basically like playing dead. Nothing happening, nothing moving, nothing going forward. You're supposed to continue doing the work, even nothing may move forward for quite some time. But what I love about both of these cards, this is the external situation. Something's going on pause, right? It's outside of your control. What's being paused? What's winding down? There's some sort of external situation that's on pause right now. But this is the Hanged Man to me is always like, it's not over. It's not over. It's not done. The situation isn't over. And here you're worried about the situation being completely over and being done and being dead and being, you know, I want to say stillborn, a situation that will never see the light of day or a very painful thing. This is saying it's not over, but you do need to hang out here for a while. Hang out, continue to do your work, continue to move forward. But the situation, it's not over. The Hanged Man to me is we haven't completed the leap. We're just suspended in midair. We're playing, the situation's going to continue to play dead. And this gives you a lot of time to think about things, which you're not really enjoying at all. So I'd say just continue doing the work, continue being very physical about this dream, continue doing something very physical about the dream, a little repetitious, but physical. Keep doing the work that you know you need to do. And it doesn't really move forward for now, but it's not done either. So we're getting to sort of, the external situation has it all on pause. It continues to stay playing dead. The situation's playing dead right now. It's not dead, it's just playing dead. So, so all is not lost. Do not continue with this mourning. Have faith. Have faith that it's just playing dead. It's just playing dead right now. All right, Virgo, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for your likes, subscribes, and comments, and I'll see you guys in probably a fortnight.